Coming up, WWE seriously changed their plans around the festive season, Johnny Gargano seriously teases his NXT departure, the truth behind the Bron Breakker ring name, and Tempest is going to be here with a full review of last night's Wargames. Christmas is the time to give in, so go on, give us a subscribe.
Support WrestleTalk!
The festive season is also notable for being a time that people want to spend with their nearest and dearest and, not at work. But WWE usually has one of its shows fall on a rather inconvenient day during the holiday period. Trust me, I know, we keep having to do news about wrestling all through Christmas week. Well, this year, despite both Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve falling on Fridays, WWE have decided to scrap their original plans to run live shows of Smackdown. Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio said that the New Year's episode, which was originally set to emanate live from the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, has been switched to just a year in review style episode. According to Meltz, WWE management, likely Nick Khan, Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, decided not to air a regular episode on FS1 since the show would do a lower rating, both taking place on a holiday and being on a channel that's available in fewer homes than Fox. Now, the Christmas Eve show is set to be taped on December 17th after the live edition of the show for December 17th, so fans in attendance in Chicago are going to get a double dose of SmackDown satisfaction, or a double dose of down disappointment. I don't know. This isn't that rare though, because WWE often pre-tape editions of the show for the holidays, because last year Big E beat Sami Zayn for the IC title on Christmas Day in a pre-taped episode, but the year in review episode is a huge walking back from the original plans of holding a live event. Speaking of live events, last night was NXT Wargames, review of that in a short while, and there is a lot of buzz surrounding a certain Mr. Johnny Gargano, Mr. Wrestling himself, who may or may not be leaving WWE next week after reportedly signing a short-term contract extension to work the Wargames show. Now, in the run-up and the aftermath of the show, Johnny certainly seemed to be teasing a sort of finality to his appearance in the double cage, firstly through the medium of socks. His pre-show, Gargano posted a picture of socks branded with his wife Candice LeRae's face, saying Candice LeRae has been in every women's Wargames match. And for obvious reasons, she's unable to compete this year, but I wanted to make sure she still found a way in the cage with me tonight. Then after the men's Wargames match, Johnny stayed in the ring to receive an ovation from the fans in attendance and then addressed them directly, saying there would be no Johnny wrestling without them and that he will address the situation on Tuesday night. He also took to Twitter to post a graphic reading Johnny Takeover, referencing all of his various ring attires from his pay-per-view appearances, saying hell of a run. Which all sounds pretty final to me, but there is always the potential that it's pretty final for his run in NXT and he could stay in WWE. More news in a mo after this word from our sponsor.
Before we get on with the rest of the episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, Raycon. They're everyday earbuds where you can get 15% off site-wide now at buyraycon.com/WrestleTalk News when you use the code HOLIDAY. What's the best thing about wrestling? If you answered the actual wrestling, where are you living? 1982? The correct modern answer is listening to wrestling podcasts or audiobooks. Because everyone has a podcast now, and at least one of them is pretty good. It's called the WrestleTalk podcast. You should check it out. Shots fired, Disco Inferno! Shots fired! And the best, most convenient way to listen to your wrestling podcasts, like me cycling to work every other morning with the dulcet ums and ers of Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, is by using Raycon's everyday earbuds. Seriously, wireless earbuds have been one of the best things I've bought in the last 2 years. You don't know how much you hate wires until you get rid of them. And the new everyday earbuds come with loads of enhanced features, like a built-in mic to take calls at the press of a button, a massive 32 hours of battery life, 8 hours of continuous playtime, a 45-day free return policy, which is useful at Christmas time, and best of all, they start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. So you can pick a perfect one for everyone on your holiday giving list. You can be a regular Santa Claus. For earbuds, you can get your own Raycon everyday earbuds by going to buyraycon.com/WrestleTalk News, where you can get 15% off site-wide now when you use the code HOLIDAY. The link's in the video description below. And they do make the perfect gift for people who love podcasts not about wrestling, although I don't think there are any podcasts that aren't about wrestling. Please do at least check them out by clicking that link, as every visit helps support us here at WrestleTalk. Raycon, that Raycon.
Now, Gargano's potential final match for WWE didn't go the way Team Black and Gold and fans of old NXT would have wanted, as Team 2.0 and specifically Bron Breakker managed to overcome the old guard and pick up the victory for the young blood. Now, lots has been said already about just how silly of a name that Bron Breakker is. It is really very quite silly. And ahead of his debut of NXT 2.0, the name Rex Steiner was floating around as a possibility, a good name that speaks to the dog-faced gremlin roots and wrestling connections of Bronson Rex Steiner. We all laughed at how Vince-like it was to name somebody Bron Breakker when a perfectly good name was staring them right in the face. And we were all wrong, because speaking with Graham Matthews of Daily DDT, Bron Breakker revealed that he came up with the name himself. He said, "We were just sitting around one day and I'm like, well, when I used to block people in football, I used to try to break them in half. That was literally what I tried to do, snap them in half and break them. What if I'm the breaker? I break people. Breaker with 2 Ks. And then it came to me. Bron is part of my first name, and that's what we went with. My estimations of the man, drastic go down." Meanwhile, on the main roster, Jeff Hardy was reportedly sent home following a match at a live event on Saturday night. PW Insider reported that Hardy got sent home from the road and did not appear at the Corpus Christi show last night. On Saturday, he had teamed with Drew McIntyre and Xavier Woods to take on the Bloodline at an event in Edinburgh, Texas. Where's the H gone in Edinburgh? Where's the H? After spending most of the match in the ring, he was said to be more and more sluggish as the contest wore on, eventually making a hot tag to Drew and just immediately walking out through the crowd flanked by security. He didn't return to the ring to celebrate when his team eventually won either. And then last night, Rey Mysterio stepped in to take his spot in that matchup. Sean Rossap of Fightful said, "Unfortunately can confirm PW Insider's report that Jeff Hardy was sent home after what was called a rough night for him. That became evident as last night's live event match wore on." There's been no update on Hardy's condition beyond that from WWE or from the man himself, but here's hoping he's doing okay. Here's something weird as the last bit of news. We may finally have a reason why The Rock could not appear at Survivor Series, despite the entire show being built around a celebration of his debut in WWE and the weird golden egg that he had laid a golden egg for Vince. Because The Rock had been too busy being one of the shadowy forces behind the next season of Fortnite. Because at the end of season 2, Dwayne Johnson was revealed to be a character called The Foundation, who helped to flip the entire island the game is set on upside down, essentially creating a new map. Now, The Rock, in his role as the Foundation, joins characters from Gears of War and Spider-Man himself as pop culture figures who are making the jump to Epic's world-conquering battle royal weird event space for this new season of the game space thing where concerts happen and kids do stuff. I don't know. What is Fortnite? Anyway, look at him. He's all smooth and weird and stuff. That's cool. It's The Rock. He's the highest paid actor in the world and he's never going back to WWE. Right, that's enough talk of this war game. It's time to head over to Tempest for a full review of NXT Wargames from last night. But before we do, we just need to thank Ryan Disco Stewart and Superkick Nick Mazisco for their support on Patreon. Thanks, guys.
Alright, that wasn't bad. What's going on, guys? Tempest is back with a review of NXT Wargames in about 5 minutes. So this show opened with the Women's War Games match as Cora Jade, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Kaylee Ray took on Toxic Attraction and Dakota Kai. I don't want to harp on this match too hard because there was some fun stuff in it, but the babyfaces having the advantage really did kill much of the enjoyment for me as far as the psychology of this match went. They didn't really do anything to solve that problem storyline-wise either. The babyfaces just kind of had the advantage throughout this match, which is certainly weird, especially when the crowd starts chanting for Gigi Dolan. Not sure that was supposed to happen, but that's what happens when you have the babyfaces playing the role of the heels and vice versa. It just doesn't work that way. But there were good moments in this match still, as Cora Jade hit a big swanton bomb off of the cage and appeared to injure her shoulder. Whether that was kayfabe or real life, we will have to wait and see, but it did take her out for the rest of the match, save for a few spots here and there. You had big weapon spots, you had a Tower of Doom spot, but eventually Cora Jade was able to get the pin on JC Jane after Raquel Gonzalez laid her out. The whole match was kind of designed to get Cora Jade over, and I think they accomplished that bit well. There were big spots, mind you, but there were an equal amount of spots where there were just people just kind of walking around throughout this match. I really feel like they've handcuffed the women 2 years in a row by saddling the babyfaces with the advantage. It just messes up the whole psychology of the match. They do get credit for some of the really good things that they accomplished in this match, but this was not my favorite match of the night. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. We then got the NXT Tag Team Championship match as Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly took on Imperium. Now, I was quite pleasantly surprised by this match, not necessarily by anything Von Wagner did, but the other guys really showed out. Kyle O'Reilly's completely fantastic, of course, but it was Fabian Aichner that really stood out in this match. He hit a number of really big moves, hitting a huge springboard moonsault and a huge dive to the outside. This was kind of his night to shine, and he more than took advantage of it. This match never quite achieved the same heights that a lot of the Undisputed Era tag team matches from takeovers of yesteryear did, but it still very much exceeded my expectations. It was also a really good finish as Kyle O'Reilly was able to hit a brainbuster on Fabian Aichner and lock him into a triangle choke, but Aichner was able to power him up and hit him with the Imperium Bomb for the win. After the match, the people were chanting for Kyle O'Reilly before Von Wagner tried to turn on him, but Kyle O'Reilly read him like a book, hit the old Undisputed Era pose, gave him a few crotch chops and let him know that this was a brotherhood. Seems to be a strange thing to let Kyle O'Reilly do if this is one of the last shows he's going to do with the company, but it was announced later that Kyle O'Reilly will be taking on Von Wagner in a steel cage match this coming Tuesday. Maybe that will be his swan song. But like I said, I thought this was a very enjoyable match. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Of course, the crowd was cheering the wrong team again, but what can you do? And then we got the hair versus hair match as Cameron Grimes took on Duke Hudson. Now, of all the matches on this show to be just a match, this match was definitely that match. There was nothing wrong with it by any means. It wasn't bad, but nothing went above and beyond either. We did get some nice moves in this match, like a big tornado DDT and a poison Rana, but eventually Cameron Grimes was able to get the win with a roll-up because every hair versus hair match needs to be won by roll-up. Duke Hudson tried to avoid getting his head shaved, but Cameron Grimes hit him with the cave-in, put him in the chair and took the buzzers to him, and of course left a few tufts of hair because again, that's just what you do in pro wrestling. Again, this match was fine and I think the right man won. I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. And then we got the Cruiserweight Championship match as Joe Gacy took on Roderick Strong. Now this is the problem that I have with Joe Gacy's character. Not only do I hate the promos that he cuts, but the character affects his matches and not in a good way. If you just had Roderick Strong and Joe Gacy go out and have a 15-minute match, they would have a really good match and I would enjoy seeing it. But instead, we've got Joe Gacy smiling while he's in submission holds and trying to hug Roderick Strong, and it's just not what I want to see in a wrestling match. They did some wrestling, but after they got sent to the outside, Harlan tried to pick up Ivy Nile and Joe Gacy told him to put her down, and then he rolled back in the ring and got hit with the end of Heartache. I was not a fan of this match. Again, these guys are good wrestlers and you should just let them wrestle, but unfortunately we have to gimmick this match up. To me, characters should enhance matches and this one greatly detracts from it. I'm giving this match a 2 out of 5. And then we got the main event men's War Games match as Team NXT 2.0 took on Team Black and Gold. Now because the heels had the advantage in this match was able to play out as a War Games match should. Carmelo Hayes and Johnny Gargano entering to Rebel Heart started this match and they of course have very good chemistry together, no shocker there, and this match just kept going until all the men were involved. They locked the door at one part, but it really didn't play into anything, so I'm not quite sure why they did it. Seriously, they locked the door, LA Knight climbed in, and then Braun Breaker cut the lock after it was his own team that locked them out, and I don't see the point of all that. Thankfully, a lot of guys really got a chance to shine in this match. We got a really cool DIY reunion spot as they hit their old finish for a near fall. Grayson Waller came off the top of the cage with a big elbow drop through a table. LA Knight ran wild with his finish, but of course this whole match was basically designed to get Braun Breaker over as he ran wild and hit Tommaso Ciampa with his press power slam finish for the win. I thought this match was considerably better than the opening match, and honestly, just having the heels have the advantage makes all the difference in the world when it comes to the psychology. I don't want to say that there's no way to have the baby faces have the advantage and still have the match be good, but it makes it considerably more difficult, and this match just didn't have that problem. I thought this was a very good main event. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. So overall, NXT War Games was a decent show. It wasn't as good as any of the old takeovers by any means, but they really showed that when you let some of these guys just go out there and wrestle, you can actually put on a good show. Hopefully that means that NXT 2.0 will feature more wrestling and less skits, but I doubt it. This show was alright, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. And that just about wraps it up for me. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on this show, Luke and I are going to be doing a podcast review of NXT War Games later on today on WrestleTalk Podcast, so make sure that you check that out. LIW is fine.
Let's look at all the times wrestlers were decked harder than the halls this year. I'm Adam hailing from Parts of Unknown here at 10 insane injuries we saw happen live in 2021. Also, if you like this list, please consider liking and subscribing. That can be your Christmas present to us. Thank you. Merry Christmas.